So hey there, beautiful people. So you take the fat out of a food product and it must be healthier, right? Well, watch this video and find out how we have all been duped, especially about skim milk. It is coming right up. So, hey there, this is Lindy, registered dietitian, clinical and licensed nutritionist, and nutrition detective. So I am on a little bit of a rant today. No, it's a big rant because I am so tired of people getting duped by bad science. It is just completely outdated Neanderthal type of science, and that is about skim milk and low-fat milk products. People just say no. It is so outdated. It is faulty, disproven science of the 1950s. And I know a lot of you think that it's healthy for you to be eating low-fat dairy like skim milk, low-fat, oh, I do 2% milk. It's really not helping you at all, and it's not helping your waistline, it's not helping your disease state. So this is, I know that the government agencies tell you to consume low-fat dairy, but here is my prediction. In 5 or 10 years, they are going to change their stance. It happened with trans fats. They had 25 years, 25 years ago, they should have said something about it, but they needed a mountain full of evidence, just mountains, like mountainous regions of evidence, and finally they got it, and they have taken it out of our food supply. They're gonna get there. They're gonna catch up with the science, but it takes that long, 5, probably 10 years for them to tell you not to consume low-fat dairy. So let me tell you why. First of all, we know that saturated fat is not our enemy. It's not the #1 problem with our heart disease rates and our diabetes rates and all the disease rates. We know that. Plus, the fat in these full-fatted products actually creates satiety. They also help with actually metabolizing a lot of our vitamins and minerals. And I have looked at least 3 research studies, and there are probably more. These are significant studies that actually have proven and have stated that people who eat low-fat dairy are actually more obese, have more heart disease rates and diabetes rates, and I want nothing to do with that. And why is that? Again, I know you think every single video, is this woman going to talk about insulin? Probably, because insulin is so important for you to understand that when you take fat out of something, it increases the carbohydrate load, it increases that glycemic load, and it's going to make your blood sugars go up. And you know, a calorie is not a calorie. They're not all created equal. They do different physiological functions in our body depending on what type of calorie you're consuming. So when you're eating a fat calorie, it's actually going to stay with you longer. It's going to stabilize your blood sugars. But here's the thing. Oh, and this is another thing. I want to tell you this too. Skim milk is a very dirty product. What do I mean by that? So skim milk is actually not very pretty. It's very bluish color. When you take all that fat out, you get this like ugly, very runny blue color. Well, the food manufacturers have figured out a way around that, and so yes, they put back in a chemical-laden powdered milk product into that to creamy it up or make it look a little bit more palatable, put some lipstick on it, put some makeup on it, make it look a little better, and it just bombards it with even more chemicals. But here's my caveat. Honestly and truly, I don't drink a lot of milk, even whole milk. We do have whole milk. It's always organic. That is because a lot of those chemicals, the hormones in that animal, end up in the fat of the animal. So you're getting a lot of chemicals if you do not consume organic, beautiful people. Do not give your children non-organic milk, even whole milk. Plus, you know, there are problems with dairy because the dairy that we're consuming now is not really the kind of dairy that our bodies really love. And that is because it has been pasteurized. Okay, I understand pasteurization. I understand microbes very, very well. But I can tell you that I know my husband and I went up to Pennsylvania one time they are actually able to sell unpasteurized dairy to a farm up there. It was called the Happy Cow Farm. And they actually have had no outbreaks ever in the 25 years that they have been open because of dairy that has made anyone sick. So I think it's a little overkill, pasteurization. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree with me on that, but most states you can't even get unpasteurized milk. So just be more diligent if you're going to drink milk. I don't drink a lot of it because it is problematic. There's other things going on with dairy that's problematic. And so a lot of my patients, I just take them off of dairy altogether. If they have conditions of eczema or some GI issues, I will take them off of dairy altogether. How do I consume dairy? You're gonna really maybe fall off your seat when you hear this. As fat as it can be, okay? In my coffee in the morning, again, I don't consume a lot of dairy, but the dairy that I do consume has a whole lot of fat in it. The one product that I love, I just love this, is the Organic Valley. Yes, I do put this in my coffee, about 2 tablespoons a day of the heavy whipping cream. Isn't that lovely? I just love this product. So I wish it was not pasteurized, but it is, and I love it. And then I also consume maybe once or twice a week a little bit of full-fatted whole milk cottage cheese, but a cultured one. This is an organic, it's an organic culture. It has more cultures in it, and I love it. It's called Good Culture Cottage Cheese. So that's kind of how I consume dairy. Remember that the countries that consume the least amount of dairy have the least amount of problems with osteoporosis and actually in a lot of different cancers. So I just want to, the truth shall set you free, right? I mean, I hope I didn't offend anybody. I hope I didn't make anybody really upset with me, but I can tell you that this science is solid on low-fat dairy. I want to just announce it from the rooftops. I just want to tell people, please get this video out there and please share this because of the fact that people need to know the truth. It's hurting our population. I'm so tired of seeing the statistics. Our obesity rates are climbing, our heart disease, our diabetes, cancer, everything's climbing. And this is not the only reason, I know, but it's one contributing factor. And so I'm done with my rant. Thank you for putting up with me. But please, if you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And also, please subscribe to this channel. We'd love to have you. I just love my YouTube followers. I have actually become friends with many of them. And so I just love having you. And also, if you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, love that, Lindy Ford Nutrition and Wellness. And remember that everybody deserves the freedom of optimal health. See you in the next video.